Imagine you did everything that was expected of you. I was doing meaningful, worthwhile work, earning plenty of money. I even got paid to travel. Happily married, but I woke up exhausted. I had trouble unplugging from all these alerts on my phone constantly going off. I would wake up, my heart was racing with anxiety, and I wasn't even at work yet. I felt guilt if I wasn't putting out a fire. And I felt this burden, like a weight on my shoulders. Have you ever felt stuck? Yes. Have you ever asked yourself, is this it? Yeah. I'm Dr. Toni Haley, founder of Soar to Excellence Coaching, and I help high performers get out of the box and get unstuck when success does not lead to fulfillment. I was born literally out of the womb ambitious. I told my family when I was 10 years old, I'm going to help people, I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be a doctor. It sounded like the right thing. What I did not know is that only 2% of physicians in America are Black women. And what I did know is my parents had me when they were teenagers. They didn't know anything. So at 3 years old, I lost my mother in a motor vehicle accident. My father and we didn't even know somebody with a college degree. But I set out to prove myself. We found mentors. I was enrolled in magnet programs, and I went on my journey. At 13 years old, I got my first job in a microbiology lab. At 14, I stood on a stool and peered over the amphitheater to see my first open heart surgery. At 15 years old, I was shadowing doctors, including the coroner. It's a little sticky. And at 16, I delivered my first baby. I knew who I was and what I wanted to do. And at 17 years old, I had a full academic scholarship to go to college. I was on my way, and it was a marathon. I get to college, everything's going great. Junior year, my guidance counselor, she looks at my record. Oh, research in the summer at the Ivy League. Imagine that. You only have about 10 years to go. I was a little tired at that point, and I thought, the right thing is stability. So I got married at 25. And I got a job in corporate finance. That was a marathon. 5 years of my life, getting up in the dark, going to work in the dark, coming home in the dark. 3 meals a day, I think I ate them in a meeting or with a client. I was miserable. And my weight was going up as a result, and the economy was going down. I lost everything. Divorced, bankrupt, I lost my home. I thought, the right thing is to do what I always wanted to do and pursue my dream to become a doctor. I got in, and the marathon picked right back up. 4 years, a lot of caffeine, and a lot of obstacles later, I did achieve my goal. At 37 years old, I actually achieved my goal. This is 27 years after I had set out on my dream. You don't realize how much work that can be because your life is going by so quickly. My specialty required 3 years of 80-hour work weeks, 30-hour shifts for 3 years, but I got through it. So you can just imagine, I'm feeling like I could use a few upgrades. So I'm on vacation. I'm on the beach with my new husband. He's over there. And I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. I'm answering email messages. One look from him, and I was devastated. I realized I didn't achieve any of my goals, not really. I was miserable. Still, after all of that, this isn't what I worked for. This isn't what I sacrificed for. This isn't what my family had dreamed for me. So I made a choice. I chose me. I chose my health, right? I chose to get all of my ducks in order and focus on my relationships and the things that really matter in this world. This is why I help other women, because you can be both successful and happy on your path to your legacy, and this is what we'll talk about today. So, what is this? What is this? Well, this is martyrdom. Oh, yeah. Not the traditional one. In the traditional sense, you're going to die for your religious beliefs. Oh, no, I've decided to coin my own phrase, the martyr mindset. When you have a martyr mindset, you're willing to sacrifice and suffer for a cause. Pick one. You have so many. Just pick one. But is it really working out for us? Doesn't look like it. Your idea of success, it might have changed. You got smarter. You figured it out. Wait a minute. This isn't exactly what I want. However, your behavior, it hasn't changed. You are conditioned to do exactly what you've been doing. There's the external factors and the internal factors. Let's talk about the external, otherwise known as your family usually. It starts there, sorry. So on one hand, you could be the first one in your family to ever achieve that level of success or income. And those people are really fun because they keep telling you what to buy them and you have loans. Oh, and my other favorite, the people who decided who you were going to be and you were still in the womb. You're not even on baby food and you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. Oh, and don't forget the family business. You might have gone along with it, and that really hurts. You know why? Because you bought the lie that at the end of the road, everything would be wonderful. You would have joy and happiness and great hair, but it didn't work out for you. So now you're a little pissed off, and you're a little frustrated, and you're a little tired, and you're not sure what to do because you did the right things. You did what they told you to do and what was expected of you. So then there's that internal pressure. Remember that? Those thoughts you have by yourself. You know that you're supposed to be happy because you are at the top of the food chain. You've done everything. People are like, oh, must be nice. You have this great life, and you feel guilty that it really ain't all that. It's really not. You have a lot of responsibilities and a whole lot of bills, and you're not necessarily feeling like it 100% paid off. You've got every degree and every certification, and it's still not it. Sometimes we fear judgment of other people. Sometimes it's failure we're fearing. We don't want to make a misstep or a mistake because we're just so smart and so perfect and so awesome. Yeah? So we don't do anything. We're paralyzed in place. Sometimes we spiral down into depression, anxiety, hopelessness, toxic work environment, and we're still there every single day. The systems they keep putting in place, they don't work. They don't work. And they never seem to ask you, and you know everything. This can lead us to a dark place. When those external and internal pressures mount up, I'll tell you what can happen. Every single day in the United States, a physician commits suicide. 300 to 400 doctors commit suicide every single year, and I bet you've never heard that before. It's a secret. It's a secret. But it's true. Look it up. Ask Mayo. They keep doing studies about it. We keep talking about it. but I'm afraid that we're not getting anywhere. Because our best and our brightest and those who are doing the most, many in this room, we are still not sure what to do. So, what is the solution? If you want a different future, you have to choose a different path to your destiny. I'll give you some good news. You're born with about 50% of your disposition for happiness, for joy. 10%, that's what happens to us. 40% is the choices that we make every single day. So you have a lot of power. After coaching hundreds of women, from NASA scientists to business leaders, there are 3 secrets that I have found help you to manifest that destiny that you deserve. Number 1, create a vision for your future, not the past. Not what you thought would happen, but what you want down there. Number 2, give yourself permission. Don't go out looking for other people to tell you. Number 3, choose you. Choose you. Creating a vision for your future isn't some fluffy thing you have to do, but I think a lot of people, based on my experience, they don't even know what they're supposed to be doing from today. What they need to be considering is what brings you peace and purpose so that you can make a contribution that lasts beyond your life here on earth. That might help. Number 2, when I say, please affirm yourself and stop looking for outside validation, give yourself permission is number 2 secret. It's because so many of us are looking for the outside validation, waiting for them to come and save us. It's not going to happen, okay? So you have to ditch your martyr mindset, stop working harder in a loop of endless activity that doesn't lead anywhere, and start to figure out, wait a minute, I have the power. I have control over my life. I get to make decisions. And when you become authentic about what you want, maybe somebody can actually help you so that you can attack that thing very clearly in your mind. You don't need anybody to tell you that. Also, number 3, choose you. I say this because so many of us are choosing the safe route. And if you were to commit to yourself the way you do everyone else, there's nothing you can't do. You keep helping them. It's working out for everybody but you. Okay? Yeah. When I met Kathy, she's a professor at the university. Things were going really well for her until she got a phone call. Yeah, hey, your son, we want to evaluate him for a learning disorder. The last thing a teacher wants to hear is that their kid is the one who's on the list. They do not want that. She felt so much guilt, so much shame, so much worry that she had neglected her home responsibility to take care of somebody else's children. But it gave her a chance to use those 3 secrets, I will tell you that. We were able to create a legacy game plan for her, and she realized, here's what I want. She was able to assert herself at that same job, you know, the one that was going to let her waste away and give all her time for free. Oh, no, she was able to go on in there and tell him, knock, knock, here's what I'm going to need you to do. Or I can take all of these degrees into the other university. Yeah? She's working less hours with flexibility, and now she's able to actually work with her own child under the recommendations of the people who have evaluated her child. Now she's able to start that nonprofit, and now she's able to help some of these young people and mentor them in the community, as she had always wanted to do, but wasn't quite sure how to make that happen until something went a little awry. We all have that power to create that legacy for ourselves. Here's the thing. Goethe, who is a German writer and philosopher, said, at the moment of commitment, the universe conspires to assist you. But you have to commit to the plan. If you were to commit, you could live that life of happiness, joy, fulfill your legacy, and soar to excellence. Thank you.